From the claim that undermines itself to the awareness that simply is. Everything is meaningless. This claim arrives with peculiar force in modernity. Darwin, we are animals produced by blind variation and selection. Our values and meanings evolutionary adaptations for survival, not windows onto truth. Nietzsche, God is dead, and with him the absolute grounding for value. Camus, the universe is silent in response to the human demand for meaning. The absurd is the confrontation between the human need for significance and the world's radical indifference. The conclusion: there is no meaning, no purpose, no significance that is not constructed, contingent, and ultimately hollow. The stars do not care. The cosmos does not reward virtue or punish cruelty. The heat death waits at the end of all human striving. The project of meaning, a gesture against the void, beautiful perhaps, but finally unanswered. This is experienced as devastating. It is also, in a technical philosophical sense, incoherent. The statement, everything is meaningless, is either meaningful or meaningless. If it is meaningless, it says nothing, it carries no information. It makes no claim, it cannot be true or false. It dissolves into noise. If it is meaningful, then not everything is meaningless. The claim itself is meaningful. It communicates something, it invites response, it can be evaluated for truth. If the claim is meaningful, it refutes itself. The nihilist wants the claim to be understood, wants it to matter, wants you to feel its weight, to be changed by receiving it. The wanting is a claim to meaning. The nihilist's position is philosophically self-undermining. This does not mean the world is full of meaning. It means the claim that the world is entirely without meaning cannot be coherently maintained by a creature who makes claims. But nihilism is not merely a philosophical error, it is an experience. The specific quality of meaninglessness, the flatness, the inability to feel genuine weight in anything, the specific suffering of a world that looks the same from all angles and arrives at the same zero, is real. The philosophical incoherence of the claim does not dispel the experience. The experience of meaninglessness is itself a form of intense experience. The suffering of nihilism is real suffering. Real suffering has weight. A thing with weight is not nothing. The nihilist suffers. The suffering is not nothing. The one who suffers from meaninglessness is not nothing. Create your own meaning, existentialism's response. Authentic self-creation against the backdrop of absurdity. Genuine, and if meaning is entirely self-created, it is arbitrary. Any meaning is as good as any other. The existentialist project produces meaning but cannot justify it against other possible meanings. Authenticity is not truth. Find meaning in connection, in the biological reality of love and care, in the meaning that evolution has built into your nervous system. Real, limited. The biologically given meanings are not immune to philosophical examination. Once you know they are biological, they can feel contingent. The evolutionary origins of love do not make love meaningless, but they change its metaphysical status. Accept the meaninglessness and act anyway. Camus' Revolt, beautiful, requires the person who accepts and acts to have some weight, some reality that makes the acceptance and the acting matter. The revolt assumes there is something revolting. 3 exits, 3 sealed doors. In one frame, the darkness, the specific quality of nihilistic experience. The flat world, the zero that everything arrives at. Real, present, known in the body as a specific dullness, a specific impossibility of caring. In the other frame, the awareness in which the nihilism is occurring, the consciousness that knows the world is flat, that experiences the flatness with precision and recognition, the awareness that is not itself flat, that is rather the specific quality of knowing flatness, which is not the same as being flat. The awareness is not nihilistic. It is. Simply, precisely, incontrovertibly, it is. A man stood in a room and announced, "This room does not exist." The floor held him up. He said it again, "This room does not exist." The walls reflected his voice back to him. "None of this is real," he said. His breath clouded in the cold air. A philosopher walked in. "If the room doesn't exist," she said, "where are you standing?" He looked down. "I am standing in the room," he said. "Yes," she said, "you are, and the standing is real, and the you that stands is real, and the room that holds you is real. You can doubt the meaning of the room. You cannot doubt the room itself while you are standing in it." Advaita Vedanta does not respond to nihilism with an assertion of meaning. It responds with a prior question. What is the awareness in which nihilism appears? The claim that everything is meaningless arrives in consciousness. It is received by something. That something, the awareness receiving the claim, cannot itself be meaningless, because meaninglessness requires the absence of any experiential content, and the awareness is the very condition that makes experience possible. The awareness in which nihilism appears is not nihilistic. It is. Not it is meaningful, it is prior to the distinction between meaningful and meaningless. It is prior to the zero the nihilist is pointing at. The nihilist points at nothing. The pointing is something. The pointer is something. The awareness that knows the pointing is occurring, something. And that something, immediate, undeniable, prior to every philosophical position about it, is the only ground the nihilist needs to find their footing. The room exists. You are standing in it. Look down.